Hey friends, welcome to season 4, episode 3 of Gemma Darling Daily. I'm Danielle, otherwise known as Gemma Darling in the knitting community, and you guys can follow me on Instagram as Gemma Darlings and on Ravelry as Gemma Darling, Gemma Darling, Gemma Darling, Gemma Darling. I thought I'd podcast during lockdown. Yeah, I mean, I think that we all need some stuff to watch right now, and I finished watching all 200 episodes of The Office, and I'm all caught up with Schitt's Creek and all the good stuff, The Magicians, and, all that stuff. So I thought I would podcast because if we need stuff to watch, guys, if we need stuff to do, there's really no shortage of stuff that we have to do in our home. So before we get into all the yarny goodness that's been going on in my life, I did want to take a moment and talk to you about the coronavirus, and I know that's all you're hearing anywhere, and you probably tuned into me so that you would hear something different. But last night I was on Facebook, and I never go on Facebook. I do not like Facebook, especially after 2016. I do not like Facebook. But I was watching a conversation between one of my high school friends and their friend that is a medical professional, and also has like a degree in public health, and I believe she's on the front lines of what's going on right now. Anything that I say now is coming from a medical professional. I always think it's best to believe the worst case scenario in these situations. And so I've just been watching a lot of people say they think this is a hoax, or they think that it's really not as important, all of this lockdown stuff, as it's being broadcast and the news is trying to scare us. And the truth is, I don't think anyone's really trying to scare us. So I thought that what I read last night was really informative, and I just wanted to tell you a couple things that were in it so that we can all make educated decisions on how to take care of our families during all of this. You've stocked up on food, you've stocked up on toilet paper. As we know, you guys are ready for lockdown, but it's beautiful outside and everyone's like, let's go outside. Well, go to the park, sure, but stay away from people. Social distancing, the 6 feet apart, wiping down everything with your antibacterial stuff. That's only going to take us so far. We need to stay home. We just need to stay home. You have, hopefully, backyards or open spaces where you can get outside if you want to, but going to the movies, going to the bar, doing things that you don't need to be doing, not a good idea right now. And so I think that those of us who are fortunate enough to have the luxury to either work from home or to, be paid while we're home, or to really not have a financial difficulty while we're home, we need to stay home. Because there are people that have to work during all of this. And if we're out there contaminating everything continuously, it's going to make their chances of getting sick much worse. And they don't have a choice right now. Medical professionals, things in society that just can't shut down, have to stay open. So, supermarkets and pharmacy. Guys, if you don't go to these places unless you have to, okay? I wanted to discuss what I read. So one of the things that she said was she was being challenged by someone who was talking about the flu. And she said, this is not a flu. It is not a flu. Okay, this is a virgin population with a new virus. And the reason that we're all being asked to stay inside is because they're trying to contain it. This is contagious when you're asymptomatic. So if everyone is telling you, please don't come to our store if you don't feel good, the truth is you could have it even if you do feel good. And that is what's scary. So it's not about being brave. It's really about containing the threat of this just spreading beyond where we actually have the hope of containing it. So right now, we literally have to stay home. Okay? Now guys, we are knitters, we are crocheters, we are fiber artists. Pretty sure you all have a stash and you're good. Stay home, okay? Just do whatever you can not to go out. Go out if you have a medical emergency, you need your medication, you are quite literally out of food. I don't know what to say about toilet paper. I like it. I don't know. I mean, my husband and I have been stockpiling it from Costco for months, since I think we have about 70 rolls in our house. So if you really are out, I will drive by your house and throw a roll at your house. So, okay. So guys, please that was the basic gist of it all. It's just not a flu. Stay home. Let the medical professionals really get on top of this so that we have a chance of eradicating it once and for all. And it's not like a flu that starts to mutate and come back every season. So please take care of yourselves. And you know, we can have virtual knit nights. And once in a couple weeks when this is all over, hopefully, then we'll get back out there. Order yarn from your favorite local yarn stores. You see how Knitty City just completely shut down, but then did a GoFundMe in case you want to help Pearl pay her employees while they're shut down, which is a great idea. So if that's your local yarn store and you are appreciative of them, throw a little bit of money their way. Otherwise, guys, stay home. I can't say it enough, okay? And I know I am not a medical professional. Please don't leave comments, oh, you think you know everything. I don't. I read this from someone who was on the front lines. She was literally giving the facts. And if you want to know more, DM me, because she wrote a bunch of stuff about how this is very, very different from the flu and how, you know, it has to be contained and this and that. I just gave you guys their bare bones. If I think of anything else, I will mention it, okay? So let's get to our knitting goodness. First, I'd like to say happy Pi Day, guys. It is 3/14, and I do not know any places past the 3/14. 3.14. Some people can do it and know all the place values of pi well down the line, and I just do not. I was not great with numbers, and so I do not. But 3/14 seems to be great because it gives us an actual date to celebrate pi. Now, we can celebrate pi scientifically, or we can celebrate pie and make pie. And I have to tell you guys, in case you don't know this, I am a pie person. I am not a cake person. I don't really like cake so much, except for those golden cakes that you get in the box. I like Entenmann's cakes. You don't need to know this. I wanted to tell you guys what we're doing for Pi Day. I may make a little vlog about it. Gonna make some pizzas with Franny. We don't really have the stuff necessary to bake a pie. I did look it up. There are a couple things I do not have. I don't have heavy cream, which we wanted to make this peanut butter pie that was on Smitten Kitchen. Do you guys ever follow Smitten Kitchen? Smitten Kitchen. It's on Instagram, and then you can go to their the link in their bio, and it shows all their Instagram pictures, and you click on it and it gives you the recipe. And I have the cookbooks. Smitten Kitchen is wonderful, but they made this kind of like, it was a big peanut butter cup. It was like peanut butter in a crust of Girl Scout cookies, like tagalongs or whatever. They smashed them all up. No, not tagalongs. What are they? Trefoils. Trefoils are the shortbread ones, and they smashed them all up and made a crust and put peanut butter in it, and then a little bit of chocolate ganache on top. And I was like, oh, that is the pie I want to make for Pi Day. But guess what? I am not going out to get cream. Nope, not doing it. So, Franny and I are going to make pizzas later. And pizza's pie, so there you go. So, as you guys may have heard, I have started teaching classes at Urban Society in Westfield, New Jersey. I'm teaching adult knitting classes and children's knitting classes, and some fiber classes where we just make fiber things with yarn and all the fiber goodness. And then I'm also teaching crochet. So I've been brushing up on my crochet, and I'm trying to think, I'm looking down at my notes here because I'm trying to not forget anything. So I am teaching summer camps if anyone signs up for them, which I don't know that that's going to happen. But I have been playing with crochet, and there's so many things that I wanted to make that are crochet, and I am by choice a knitter. I do like crochet, but in the past couple weeks I've kind of come to love it because I don't like the look of certain things that are crocheted. I do not like crocheted bikinis, even though, you know, I really love the 70s. I do not like crocheted bikinis. I do not like sweaters for the most part, except for the ones Alex Creates makes because, oh my God, I love them. But I do like little trinketry. Like I really like the crowns and some necklaces and, you know, some little things. Like I love the crochet granny blankets that everyone's making right now. And so if you guys follow Martushka, I like saying her name like that, Martushka. She's making a really, really great granny blanket that I think I'm going to start on, and take all of my minis and just go rogue on it. So, but I wanted to make things, I was testing out patterns for the kids for the camps, and I thought, oh, let's make crochet crowns. But, you know, I don't know that in the same week I can teach them to crochet from scratch and then teach them how to make a crown. So I made one, and I thought it was going to be for Franny, but it didn't fit her because I have no concept of taking gauge in crochet or anything like that. So I'm trying to like teach myself that. But I made this little crown. And I was supposed to make these like really cool points and such like all around it. But when I come up to my craft attic, I only come up for a certain amount of time. I always tell Andy, okay, I'll be up there for 15 minutes. And then an hour and a half later, I come down. I think I can't really push it more than that. So I was supposed to put those little things around the whole thing, but I didn't. I just bound it off around the whole thing and then just put these 3 little peaks here. But it looks so cute, and it like just fits on Sammy because it's really, really tiny. See? And it just fit on Sammy, but it's a little tight, so I didn't want to put a dent in her head because she's still a baby, and who knows, maybe she could have a permanent dent, and that would not be nice, you know, when she's an adult and she's getting married and I have to finally tell her, you know, while I'm zipping her into her wedding dress that there's a dent on her head that I put on her head because I had to put the crochet crown on her for an elongated period of time. So I thought, no. But I got a picture and it's cute, and she's just so cute. So I'm going to make a bigger one. And so that's that. I've actually been using this Sugarbush yarn, and it's not an indie dyed yarn. Gasp, oh my gosh. But it's easy to get. So it's like on Amazon, and it has its own website, Sugarbush. I usually use the Chill, which is the really, really big one, but lately I've been using, this is its worsted, it's Sugarbush Bold, and what's nice is that it comes in these cakes, so if you're like need to grab a project to go, it unravels as, you don't have to cake it, it's in a ball. So it's pretty nice. I'm not unhappy with it in any way. It's Sugarbush Bold, this is the worsted, and then this comes in 100 grams, but this one, I don't understand why. Their DK is called Crisp, and the Crisp comes in a half ball. So this is 50 grams. And I don't really understand why it doesn't come in 100 grams. Like, it's teensy tiny. I don't get it. But that's the way it goes. Anyway, so I decided to make it. And it really did. It knit up. Feels nice. So I think because Urban Society is not a knitting store, and they get in the materials that you need for the classes, I thought these would be nice because otherwise we'd be standing there winding a million balls for people because they don't have Swifts at home. They're not knitters yet. I'm trying to make them into knitters. So I crocheted it out of this. I really like it. I think the patterns are over there. I'll get them in a moment. And then, oh yeah, let me get this too. I wanted to tell you guys about this necklace that I made. So let me get the patterns. So this is the Summer Boho Necklace by the Chesapeake Needle. It's so cute, guys, and it was so much fun to make. And next time I'm going to make it in a whole bunch of different colors or maybe a variegated yarn. It's really, really simple. If you know how to crochet, you'll be able to do it in no time. I think it took me like a half an hour, and I'm not a good crocheter. So, so that's that. This is it's by, I'm probably going to say her name wrong, but it's by Lindsay Facciani, and I don't know if she says it that way, I don't know, but it's the Summer Boho Necklace by the Chesapeake Needle. You guys can buy the pattern on Ravelry, and this is hers. See right there, it's beautiful. So I think it's like a $5 pattern. It literally shows you what to do, attaching the fringe. It's guys, I think it's 5 rows, you know, it's not difficult at all. The hardest thing is the half double crochet, which is not hard. I just always have to reteach that to myself for some reason. So that's that. That's my Summer Boho Necklace. Now I'm going to put my next one that I make. I'm probably going to put it on chain instead of the yarn. But for right now, it's also really good if you have like summer tops that have a little too much cleavage. This covers it up nicely. So that right there. Okay, and then I also was learning how to make, well, I was practicing my pom-poms. I have like a lot of pom-poms, guys, a lot of pom-poms, because who doesn't like pom-poms? Like, come on. This one's made out of knit collage, and I thought it was so fun because it's got the little bits of gold in it. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know. I think it's blowing out a little. There it is. Can you see it? It's got a little bit. So that's fun. I also taught myself how to do some crochet hearts. You know, Valentine's Day is over, but still, I mean, it's never too late to make hearts. And then these little hearts, the teensy little hearts. Isn't it cute? This is Alex Creates in DK and Pixie Condo, and I really, really love this colorway. Look at this colorway. It's like so good. It's like so good. So good. And some little flowers. You know, so if you want to make it a little even more boho, you could put little flowers and hearts all over it. But I do recommend it. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully at Urban Society, we're going to be doing it as one of our Friday night craft nights. So take a look at their urbansociety.com. You know, even if you don't really know how to crochet, if you're a knitter, you probably pick it up super fast. So sign up. That'll be a lot of fun. And then I don't think this class is up yet, so just keep looking, okay? I love it. I really do like it. I think it's going to go with a lot of my spell dresses over the summer. And I'm just going to have to make this a little bit shorter there. So, summer boho necklace, guys. Chesapeake needle. I also made this weaving in an embroidery hoop, but I left it at the store. And I just took this really, really cool embroidery floss. They've been selling them in these metallics lately. See the metallic? It's really, I love it. It's like so good. And I just looped it over, tied a knot in the middle, and then just kept going around the whole thing, around and around, like tire spokes. And then I weaved it, and I'll show you guys next time because I want to make another one. But I've been playing with yarn in unconventional ways lately, and I don't know, is it just that I don't want to keep going on my portage cardigan? I do. But, you know, with the girls being home, it's 2 girls at all times. So it's not like I really have the chance to sit down and concentrate on any knitting until they go to sleep. And basically, Sammy kind of goes to sleep when I go to sleep, and she wakes up when I wake up, and that's a lot easier for me, but it doesn't leave me much time for crafting. So I've been doing simple things that I can put down. So this is another thing I'm testing out for a class, and I don't know if I'm going to use it because the cast on, do you guys know when you have to cast on in the middle of something real, let's like cast on 3 stitches and put them on DPNs and then keep increasing. And I'm like, this is a little too advanced. It's like, it's more of a pain in the butt, I guess, than it is advanced, but it starts some great patterns that way. Like my Oracle shawl started that way, though I think that was casting on 9, which was a lot easier than casting on 3. But this is the bottom of this bag. It's a shopping bag. So let me show you. It's called Let's Go Shopping, the Market Bag by Lindsay Skinlow. And that's it. It's going to be just a little shopping bag. And I'm making it out of cotton. And I have never knit with cotton before. It is horrific. I am not a fan. I'm knitting it out of a cone. And guys, I mean, it's cheap cotton. It's from Joann's. This cone was like $15, right? And I had a coupon because that's what Joann is about. So, I mean, I don't hate it. I'll probably finish it, but it's not springy like merino is. It's like, I keep saying it's like dead. It's like dead yarn, you know? It's not alive. I feel like merino is alive. This is just not alive. But, I went up a needle size in the center and on the outer ones because you have to cast on with something smaller, and this is different. So I went up a needle size for both of them just to make it a little bit more springy, but it didn't work. So I'm working on that. Let me see. Oh, let me show you. I'm all over the place, guys, tonight. I'm all over the place. Going back to the crown, I wanted to show you where I got the patterns from. I want to make this one next. I don't even know where this is from. It's called Royal. It's a really cool crown, right? If you're going to make a crochet crown, like, make the Royal one. This is cool. And this is the name right down there of who wrote it, if you guys want to find it. So I'll put that in the down bar. I think that's really cool. This might be another one. And I'm trying to figure out if I can hold the embroidery floss with the yarn to make it, like, metallic and sparkly. I wish they made yarns in gold. I know my mom had a gold metallic yarn when she first started knitting, and they discontinued it. So if anyone knows of a gold metallic yarn, please let me know, because I want to make these crowns out of gold, you know. So I was on talesofbutterflies.com. We'll put it right here in the down bar, and they had all of these free crown patterns. Tales of Butterflies, and the patterns are by Mindy Waters. And they're really, really cute, though I did notice that she mixed them up in this printout, because I was going to make the simple one, which is this one. I know I print things out in black and white, so they're hard to see, but I was going to make this simple one. I thought these were the instructions for it, but they're not. They're the instructions for this one, and the instructions at the bottom of this one are for this. So they're mixed up, and I'm actually proud of myself for figuring it out, because it kind of means I'm starting to understand crochet patterns. And so for me, that was like a big deal, because I want to be able to do everything. I think what awakened the crochet in me was doing the crochet on my cardigan for the knit collage cowl. And so when I had to do the crochet at the bottom, you know, right here, the chaining at the bottom, which really does make it look nice. Like, guys, finish it off. When I was doing this, I was like, oh, I really like this. I like ending off my knitting with the crochet bottoms. I think it just really made it look handsome at the bottom. So that kind of awakened this idea in me that, like, I could crochet if I wanted to. And so I'm going to try the crown again, so maybe I will be wearing one for next podcast. I also am doing a fiber appreciation class, and so it's kind of like for kids that just want to play with the yarns. I'm gonna get some really fancy, fun, fluffy yarns, and we can like wrap letters with them or make keychains. We can weave with it. There's just really so much stuff that you can do with your yarn, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've really started to embrace fluffier yarns and hand spuns and things like that, which weren't normally my style, and I'm excited about it. So there's so many different things that we can do with them. The Knit Collage Cal is coming up. They are currently taking voting on the 8 patterns, and I think it's going to be whittled down to 4. I'm not sure if the whole Knit Collage Cal is going to be 4 patterns or how many they're going to do, but go over to Knit Collage Cal on Instagram or knitcollage.com, and I'm not sure where the survey is. I know it's on Instagram. My eye is really tired all of a sudden. But if you guys don't follow him on Instagram, like, what are you waiting for? Amy's dancing gives me life. So do that. I did make this keychain. I fashioned it after something I saw at Vogue. And I did use some knit collage in it. And so this is Stitch Together Studio, I believe, in the colorway My Little Pony, and I did not see that on their website anymore, which I'm going to have to write them because it is the best colorway. And I just took a bunch of like knit collage. Here's the leftovers from my cardigan, the pink, some embroidery flosses in the metallics, and here's the again for my knit collage cowl, you know, some plain stuff. I put some purple in there just to ground it so it's not all tutti frutti. So some plain worsted purples in there. And I just wrapped it. You know, I just folded it in half around this keychain and then just wrapped and wrapped and wrapped as tight as I could. And I think it's really, really cute. Something you could just like stick onto your pleister backpack. Is that how you say it? Is it pleister? I think it is. So we could stick this onto our backpacks and, you know, you can wear that around. See? I really just thought it was a really nice way to like honor some scraps that you have. And so I'm going to be making these in a class this summer with some pom-poms and some other weavings, and I will show you more as those plans unfold. I'm also going to start learning embroidery and macrame, and I know this is supposed to be a knitting podcast, but there's like so much you can do with fiber. You know, to limit yourself to knitting, I think knitting's probably the most mobile knitting and crochet. So, I mean, those will always be like my home base, but I bought a bunch of books at Joann this past couple weeks where I probably shouldn't have been out. You know, I think I should have been home already. And I like reading through craft books. I like reading through craft books. I like going on Ravelry, but you know, it's like if you don't search the right thing, you miss so much, right? So these are things that just get like jammed in your face because they're in the book and you're like just turning the page. So I wanted to show you guys some of the things that I want to make. Let me look up the macrame. I took a picture of it. I was on my, let's see, I was on Instagram and I was on YouTube and something came on after something I was watching, and it was this girl doing macrame, and this is what she made. And I thought it was gorgeous. And so I'm going to link down here what the video is to watch to make this. Can you guys see it? It's like so beautiful. And so, of course, as I'm watching this, I'm on Amazon ordering macrame rope and the 10-inch hoop so I can do it. I think I'm going to put it above my so I want to put it above my fireplace, but right now we have this huge, like, canvas of the Beatles' Abbey Road, and I don't know that I can take that down because it's just like we put it up there. We were doing work in the house, and I put it up there because I didn't want it to get ruined, right? And it's just lived up there ever since, and people walk in and they love it. And my daughter knows it now, which is great. So I don't know if I can move that, but I'll find a spot for you, macrame circle of beauty. So it's gorgeous. And some people said, look, you could put a mirror in the middle of it, and you could do so much with it, but it's really, really beautiful. And I said, I want to learn how to do it. It's a lot of damn knots, though. It's a lot of knots. So I'm going to be doing that. I bought these books. Let me show you. So the first one is called A Year of Creativity. And I thought this was really great. It had all different sorts of things that you could do. There's even sewing patterns inside. And just things that you wouldn't even think of to make some crochet purses, which is really cute. Things I could do with Franny. And there's some sewing in here, and there is a Canadian apple pie recipe. And let me tell you, when I look at a craft book and there's a recipe in it, I automatically buy it because I am addicted to buying cookbooks. So crafting and cooking to me are both things that you do with your mind and your hands, both chemistry, if you really will think about it that way. These Petra's Chic sandwiches. So I really just wanted to take it home and read it, and it's proven to be wonderful. It's called A Year of Creativity, a craft date planner to meet, share, and create. And it's a bunch of friends that wrote it, and I highly recommend it. And that is book number 1. Book number 2 is called American Cozy, and we all know the word hygge from all of the month of hygge that Christy Glass did. Arne and Carlos do a lot of hygge things. I believe it's, I don't know if it's from Denmark or just Scandinavia in general, but it is, ways to celebrate comfort and happiness. And because we should be home for 2 weeks, like I'm stressing, okay? I'm going to keep saying that to you guys. I'm going to be your mommy, okay? If I see anybody who's doing anything from their car or from outside of their home, I'm going to direct message you. Not really, but come on, guys, just stay home. Hygge. And it's got a lot of recipes inside, how to put plants in your home, how to put your phone away for a little while, ways to reorganize, ways to recharge, clearing out clutter. Easy does it. Why calm matters. It does. It really does. We live in these societies now where there's so much coming at you at all times, right? There's so much coming at you. There's 24-hour news sources that will just talk about anything they want to talk about just to fill airtime. You've got Instagram. You can get super close to your favorite celebrities. You've got things to binge watch on TV. It isn't like we're waiting for next week to see the next episode of Family Ties. We have it right there if we want to watch it next. And so there's so much coming at you guys. And so really learning how to relax and how to calm down is, I think, super, super important. Why calm matters. And it totally does matter. So hygge, I like this. American Cozy. I think it's like an Americanized version of hygge. So I like this. Then for Christmas, Christmaka, you guys know I celebrate it all. I got this book from my in-laws, and it's called Modern Crochet. And I can't read that close. So this is from Teresa Carter. And let's see, Teresa Carter is the founder and maker of DeBrose, a full-service knitwear brand. I think that's how you say it. I might be wrong. Her designs have been featured in Martha Stewart, West Elm, House Beautiful, and on NBC's show New Amsterdam. She resides in New York City. Okay, New Amsterdam, great show. It's on Hulu. Okay. Modern crochet. There's a lot of stuff in here that you could use to really dress up your home. So it's not just granny things anymore. I see she made some of the stuff in black, but if she used black and white for most of it, and you see how I can't see the camera right now, but she's teaching you like stitch for stitch how to do it. There's a scrunchie in here. Yeah, no. There's a throw blanket. And the stitches are not just basic crochet stitches. They're beautiful updated crochet stitches. Also, this pillow that's on the cover, it's like a bubble. They're bubbles. It's really pretty. So if you guys are a crochet people, if you're a crochet person, what do they call it? Just crocheter? Is it like a knitter and crocheter? Something's attached to my eyelashes right now. First world problems. This is really great for things for your home. I really, really loved it. I thought it was beautiful. Everything inside is black and white. You guys don't know me, but I love black and white. My kitchen is black and white. All my bathrooms are black and white. I try not to do the rest of my home in black and white, but it's always what I come back to because I think it's just so clean looking. So this book is really pretty. When she uses white yarn, she does her nails in black and it looks beautiful. So anyway, if for anything else, it's really just aesthetically a beautiful book. So I highly recommend that. These kind of go together. This is Doodle Stitching. And these are like, if you want to make little stitches that are, I don't know how to say it. They're like doodles. So it gives you all the patterns to follow if you want to make little stitches. If you look here, see, it's got a mermaid on top and all this stuff. And so I was talking to Franny and I was like, I really just want to learn how to, needle and thread a little bit better. That floss we used to use for friendship bracelets, who knew? It was for embroidery, like who knew? And I wanted to learn how to do it better. And so I asked her if she wanted me to make her patches. Like anytime she does something new, she would get a patch and we can like put it on a vest. And so I think we're going to be trying that. I can't take credit for that idea. I had gotten the idea years ago. I used to watch Christy's channel, Glass Posse. I don't know if she still has it up, but she talked about it or she did it. I'm not sure if she just talked about it or she showed it. She drove cross country, I think, with her family and with her girls, and anytime they would do something different, she would give them a patch that she had handmade, and I thought that was like such an amazing idea. And so I thought doing something like really cute, like these little, like they're like the size of like buttons that you would put on your denim jacket. And so I thought maybe I'd get Franny like a little denim jacket, and anytime she does something, we'll like sew a new patch on it and we can make the patches together. And so I really like that. And the book is called Tiny Patches. Tiny Stitches. I can't read. Tiny Stitches. But a lot of these in here were really small, and I think they would be great for some of the patches. So I thought these books kind of went together. And I am going to get my stitch on. And I really have to tell you that it's this little mermaid at the top right here. She sold it for me. I really like her. Oh, I moved the camera. That's fine. I don't care. I really don't have anything that I've been knitting on because I've been making the samples for Urban, and then I've been making this, which is going to be that shopping bag. I don't know. Do you guys want to do the Brio Duo of the week? Okay, so the Brio Duo of the week comes to us from Hedgehog Fibers, which is one of the original indie dyer brands that I fell in love with, and one of the reasons that I'm probably addicted to indie dyed yarn. So let's go into the bell jar of Briosity. This week's This week's Brio Duo of the week comes to us again from Hedgehog Fibers with their rebrand of their hologram. Very cool. This is an older color that they have. I believe it's one of the beginning colors. I could be completely wrong. And this is one of the newer colors. This is called Purple Rain. And this one is called Deep End. And I thought they went really, really beautiful together. If you look at this side right here, you can see all of the colors that are in it. And it looks really beautiful with the purple. Now, I do think that this blue would go with much, much more than just the purple. Because if you look at the depth of the dyeing in this, it's got such good dyeing. So there's orange and rust and pink and all different things in there. But I really just liked the pairing with the purple. And that is the Brio Duo of the week, guys. I think it's beautiful. So maybe I should do a little bit more brioche. Keep this Brio Duo going, but I don't know. Yeti break. That is another thing I read about the virus. I don't know if this is true or false, because I did not hear this from anyone that was like a medical professional. That when you come back, if you have to go out, when you come back from going out, if you drink warm beverages, apparently if the virus is in your nasal passage or in your throat, it will wash it down into your stomach and the stomach acid will kill it. It kind of sounds like it makes sense. It kind of sounds far-fetched, so I have no idea. I just know at this point where we know so little, have a cup of tea, people. Just have a cup of tea. I wanted to start this little segment by telling you about a lady who likes orange. If you guys haven't heard of Gigi Made It, like I just can't help you. I don't know what rock you're living under. So, Gigi's one of my very, very close friends. She's just considered family. I love her to pieces. She went to Stitches West to, she was brought out there by Stitches West, I believe, by the Stitches organization, and she had such a wonderful time. If you guys haven't looked at her vlog from that, please do it. It just looks humongous. And I thought Vogue was big, and this looks like 10,000 times bigger. So amazing. And I will get out there at some point. I love San Francisco. My husband and I went there on our honeymoon, and I know that seems kind of like a weird honeymoon, like most people go on these big tropical vacations. We're not really beach people, though I realized I probably should have gone to the beach because I had Franny right after we got married, and so my body just has not been the same, and so I should have spent my honeymoon in a bikini. But that would have been my swan song. So we were going to go to Paris, and there was some turmoil, something going on in Paris. And so we decided that we were going to stay domestic, and we went to San Francisco. And I had never been to San Francisco, but I knew it would have my heart. I'm a little bit of a 70s hippie at heart. You know, I love Fleetwood Mac. I love that rock and roll that came out of the Haight-Ashbury. And so I wanted to go there, and literally on our honeymoon, we just shopped for vinyl most of the time. And then he has a friend that lived out there, and we helped them house search. So we didn't really do much else other than that. There was so much we should have done while we were out there, but I'm looking forward to going there again. Anyway, I may drag him to Stitches West in the coming years because I'm dying to go back out there. But while Gigi was out there, her collaboration with Jimmy Bean's wool on a poncho was displayed. And, you know, so she is selling the pattern on her Ravelry. So it's Gigi Made It, and you'll be able to buy the Orange Love poncho. Okay, and this is a picture of her in it. And I should have printed it out in color, but I am out of color ink. And guys, we're on lockdown. I'm not going out for ink. So, it's called the Orange Love Poncho, designed by Gay Glaspie and Amy Gunderson. And this is from Jimmy Bean's Wool again. And you can get your Gigi Loves Orange yarn from Jimmy Bean's Wool if you would like. The Cal starts tomorrow. So I'm helping her navigate through her first knit along. And I'm honored to do it. I love Gigi with all my heart. And so there are so many good prizes. Please join the Ravelry group. It's Gigi Made It. Join the Ravelry group if you're going to do the knit along, which goes from March 15th, which is tomorrow, until April 26th. You have 6 weeks. We're going to knit this poncho. Now, I have explained this. I'm not sure that everyone's getting it, so I just wanted to say it one more time. It is all explained in her Ravelry group. I put a bunch of headers and I explained everything, the rules of the Cal. Now, If you want to knit the poncho, please buy the poncho pattern from Gigi, and then you can use any yarn you want. I believe it's 4 skeins of worsted weight. I have to look at this. If you want to knit it in orange, go to Jimmy Bean's Wool. Gigi Loves Orange is their colorway that is made for Miss Gigi, and so you're welcome to buy it that way. If you don't want to knit the poncho, but you still want to be part of our community, we want you. We want you to be part of this community. Gigi wants you in the knit along. You can knit anything you want, and if you knit it in orange, you are still eligible for prizes. So please respond on the Gigi Made It Ravelry group for the knit along. It is considered an event. I put it in the events. If on Ravelry, on the main page, you go to groups, then on the right side, go all the way down, it says search for an event, put in Gigi. Okay? Gigi Made It. And it will come up the Orange Love Cal, and you can put ding, attending. And then we will know approximately how many people are in this knit along. And so we're going to go all the way till April 26th. April 26th. She's going to do tutorials so that if you have never tackled a bobble or a cable before, you will have your hand held this entire knit along. So please do not think you're on your own with this. You know Gigi, she's online all the time, you guys, and she responds to everybody that she possibly can. And so I just wanted to tell you guys, in case you wanted to join, go get the pattern. Now this podcast, I'm going to try to have it up by tomorrow. You know, you've got to have some worsted in your house. Come on. If you do it in DK, it'll just be a little bit smaller. If you do it in Aran, it will just be a little bit bigger. So it's knit as a long rectangle that's tapered a little bit on the sides, and then you, at the end, you bring it together. And I'm not sure, I haven't read through the pattern just yet. Now, it's a chart or a written pattern, so you have your options. And let's see. Okay, so at the end, after you have put the edging on it and everything, the finishing, weave in ends and block, slip stitch, seam, fold poncho in half widthwise. And so it's going to teach you how to seam it up and make it a poncho. So one side is going to have the seam and the other side is going to be this beautiful swoop. So you can wear the swoop in the front and the seam in the back. You can wear it so many different ways. I think that personally, I may just knit it as the rectangle and leave it. I may not cinch it. I may put some buttons on one end and some buttonholes, and then I can put it together when I want to. This is the yarn that I have chosen. Again, not going out. I was going to order some and I couldn't think of a color that I really wanted. And now that I'm thinking about it, I should have ordered some Lola Bean in Spring Has Sprung because I love it. And Adela, I want a sweater quantity. Let me know when it's ready and I'll pay you. Thanks. So I have 4 skeins of this. This is Olan. It's DK. Okay. In their Chimera colorway, and I had tried making something out of this a while ago, and I didn't like the pattern, how the pattern went with it, but it's a very thick DK. And so I think it might work as a light worsted, and so I think it's going to work for the poncho. If I want to do something this busy, I'm not sure yet, because the poncho does have some cabling and bobbles, and I'm not sure if doing it in a yarn that's this crazy, like speckled and variegated is going to be good. But I love it. Olan Chimera, so good. So that's option number 1. Option number 2 will not shock you. Say it with me, people. Glazed pecan. I don't have enough for us in the worsted. I have about 4 or 5 skeins in worsted, so I thought, make yourself a wrap, Danny. And so I may make the Gigi poncho out of this. So as you can see, I am not using orange. Don't tell Gigi. Okay. I did buy an orange handbag last month, so I hope I'm still in the club. But I think this will be really pretty for the wrap. So you guys, get your pattern, get your yarn caked, and tune into Gigi Made It. She will give you all the times that we're going to do live videos for you. She's going to have tutorials, and she will hold your hand throughout this whole knit along, and at the end, the prizes are amazing. I put them all into the Ravelry group if you would like to take a look. I don't know, do you join Cal's based on who is giving prizes, what prizes are being given? If that's the way you work, the list is right there. So knock yourself out. I am tired now. I am going to go relax. I am going to do my taxes all night tonight. Guys, I have said it once, I will say it again. Stay inside. Please let the medical professionals do what they are supposed to do, what they need a room to do. Stop spreading the virus inadvertently because you feel fine and you think that means you can go out. It doesn't. Go home. A lot of the local yarn stores are offering curbside services. They're offering online purchasing. They're having updates. Support your local yarn store. Support anyone who has to work through this or people that are getting laid off because of this. Let's come together as a community, you know, as a bunch of humans that are really trying to survive this, because we really don't know what the long-term ramifications of this are going to be if we don't get it contained. So you don't need a beer. You don't need to go out, go to the movies. You don't need to do any of these things, guys. Stay home with your family. Stay home. Stay home. Stay home. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I am going to come at you as much as possible during the quarantine. And I'm going to, let's see, once my taxes are done, I'm going to knit my loopy mango blanket and my jacket, and I'm going to clean the craft attic, which is craft attic right now, and maybe I'll take you on that journey with me also. And if you are a podcaster, or you are handy around a camera, guys, vlog. We'll keep in touch online, okay? No need for a Purell in the online community. All right, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay informed. This is not political, okay? This is just existential, all right? Stay safe, guys. I love you all. Comment down below, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.